Hi everyone, welcome to my first official K-drama review slash reaction, but not really reaction, but like I'm giving you my thoughts after I watched the K-drama. So the K-drama that I wanted to start off with was one that I've recently watched that I just finished. It is called See You in My 19th Life. If you haven't heard or seen anything of this K-drama, it is a 12 episode show on Netflix. And it is mostly considered to be in the genre of like fantasy romance. It recently just finished at the very end of July, and I just was able to sit down, finish it, and find time to make a video and everything. So just a heads up, I want to kind of make the beginning of these reviews kind of like a spoiler free, so you can just kind of click in and get some info on the show, see if you want to watch it, and then kind of spoil it for yourself as you watch it later. So this is just a heads up. I'll put a timestamp here on the screen where it's not safe for you to keep watching the video if you don't want spoilers. There's going to be spoilers after this point right here, and if you don't want spoilers, I would click away by then. So a quick little synopsis, I'll kind of put like a more expanded one here on the screen. You follow a character in her 19th life named Ban Ji-um. She is in her 19th life. Previously in her 18th life, she was someone named Yoon Cho-won. She is obviously in her 19th life now, trying not to spoil it. At the beginning of the show, she is in her 18th life, and we see her as a, I would say like 12-year-old, and she becomes friends with this younger boy named Moon So-ha. Something happens and she begins her 19th life. She pretty much promised herself that when she was reborn, if she was reborn again, that she would find him and she would stick by him pretty much. Usually when she is reborn, when she's around like 8 to 12 years old, she regains all of her memories. You kind of see that in the first, second-ish episode. They kind of touch on it a little bit. He was also probably like 8 to 10 when she wasn't in her 18th life anymore. So he pretty much is like a teenager by the time she is like 8 to 12 years old. So she tries to find him, but he's older now. So in her 19th life, she is just trying to meet him again and trying to befriend him, trying to be there for him like she was in her 18th life. That's all I want to say about the synopsis, because I'm worried I'm gonna spoil something. So I kind of have like a template of what I wanted to do. Next, I kind of wanted to go over the cast a little bit, just because I know sometimes when I watch a K-drama, if I see like an actress or an actor that I really like and I see them, I want to watch another show that they're in. So I'm just gonna kind of do like a quick little rundown of the actresses and actors who are kind of like the main and like minimal supporting cast that might pique your interest based on previous shows that they've been in, or like shows that you might have seen that were popular for them. So first we have the main character. In her 19th life, she is Ban Ji-um. She is played by Shin Hae-sun. Most people are gonna know her from a show called Mr. Queen. I haven't seen that show yet, but it is very close on my list to being next. Another show that she was really popular for was a show called Angel's Last Mission, which I also haven't watched. A show that I have watched her in though was called Hymn of Death, which was pretty good. Made me cry a lot. It was pretty short. It's also on Netflix. Next up we have An Bo-hyun, and he plays the main male lead, Moon So-ha. Most people are gonna know him from Itaewon Class. He was like the villain, and I really did not like him when he was a villain. I'm sure I wasn't the only one, but I saw him in My Name and I was shocked. I was like, okay, I actually really like him as like a potential male lead, and seeing him in this and then seeing him in My Name, it sealed the deal for me. He's a very good male lead. Next up we have the actress that plays the younger sister of Ban Ji-um's 18th life. Her name is Ha Yoon-kyung. I would say she's probably mostly known for Hospital Playlist, but what I know her from is Extraordinary Attorney Woo, the penguin rap, and she is like our secondary female lead. Our secondary male lead is going to be Ha Do-yoon, and he's played by An Dong-gu, and from what I can see, he's mostly popular for Snowdrop. I haven't really seen him in anything besides this, so hopefully we can see him in some more stuff. Another one that was Cha Chung-hwa, and she was from Hometown Cha Cha Cha. Cha and Crash Landing on You. I love her part in this. She's in quite a few like big parts in the show, I would say. Bae Hae-sun, she pretty much plays like, I would say, the main antagonist. And if you know any of the other shows she's been in, All of Us Are Dead, Happiness, and this show, I swear, and let me know if I'm wrong, it's almost the exact same character. She's really mean. If it's irritating me, that means it's doing a good job, I suppose. Another one that I wanted to give a shout out was Lee Chae-min. He was in Crash Landing on You, and he's also kind of like an antagonist, kind of. If you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about, kind of. I was surprised to see him in this because I just finished that show. Now, I want to give flowers to every single child that was in this show, because yeah, the adults did their part, they acted very well, but the kids carried the first episode. The kids carried. I'm talking about all the emotions. I'm gonna put them all here so you can see them all. It's the younger counterparts of everybody. So good, so good. Honestly, I was kind of upset that there wasn't more scenes of the kids because they killed it. Moving on from the cast, another thing that I kind of wanted to touch on was like the originality of the story itself. I would say the story is pretty unique in the fact that I've seen like alternate lives, going back in time type of dramas, but I haven't seen like reincarnation dramas like this. I think another one that is a really good one is Goblin. If you are interested in any kind of like other like fantasy romance, I would say Goblin is a good one. But if you're just now getting into like the fantasy romance genre, I would watch this one first before Goblin, just because Goblin's kind of a lot. I think I cried every single episode. If you want to dip your toe into this type of genre, or just like K-dramas in general, this would be a good one to start with if you're interested in this genre. I don't know why, but I forgot to mention the OST, so I'll put that up here. I really like the Star Song and Down. They're so catchy. And An Bo-hyun, he is such a good singer. I was so surprised. It's about that time to dip into the spoilers. I'll give you 5 seconds to leave, or else I'm sorry. If you are still here, I'm gonna assume that you want to hear the spoilers. I'm happy to provide them for you. So I like shows that are this short because it kind of gets straight to the point. It's not really dragged out, like especially if you don't really like the story that much. 12 episodes is a lot less of an investment than say 16 episodes. It's like 4 hours less. But as for the characters, none of them really annoyed me that much. I've had a few dramas where it's like, oh my god, this character's so annoying, but you know, they were all pretty well acted. Just kind of like sad, just because the whole thing is like kind of sad if you think about it. For like the main character and the secondary main character, like one lost her sister, one lost his best friend, and she died like on top of him. Like it was so sad. Like I said, I cried a lot. The kids killed it. I thought it was so sweet how she finds the person who she was an uncle to in her previous lives. I thought that was like the cutest thing. And how she calls her uncle. Now, in regards to specific characters, I wish they kind of dived in more when it came to like the first life characters. I feel like K-dramas in general kind of have a big issue with just kind of zooming straight past so many details, thinking that nobody's gonna care, nobody's gonna notice. We're just gonna get to the resolution, we're gonna get on a train, ride it past all other stops, and then just get straight to the destination. No. Back it up. A big issue that I had, the big main conflict with the whole story, was that she's telling all these people about her past life, and this Mingi guy comes in and he's like, oh, I should tell her. She's telling everybody all about her past lives, blah blah blah, telling everybody else this, when he should be telling her it. She's the one that needs the information. She's the one that's telling everybody her identity. But instead he's like complaining to everybody else. And then she finally, you know, touches the bells and starts getting some of her memories back. And she's like, okay, I'm done. He could have told her right then, hey, so-and-so is dying. Do you want to save her? Touch the bells. Find out. But instead, he kind of just lets her like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna go now. So that kind of irritated me because it's just something that you can just say. Just tell her. And then the niece passes out at some point, goes to the hospital, and he's like, oh my god, this is all your fault. You told her this. You told all these people this. And then all of a sudden, he's like, do you want to save them? She's like, yeah. Of course I want to save them. And there's all of a sudden a cure, which has never been brought up this entire time. You're telling me you had the cure this entire time and you didn't say anything? Make it make sense. So this entire time she needed to see her first life completely because she had forgotten up until this point. That's all she had to do. And then the other thing that she needed to do was agree to forget all of her previous lives, all of her memories that she had from those lives, and all the people that were in them. I think that's the thing that kind of annoyed me the most, because like when she forgets everything, I don't understand. Same thing with her dad and her older brother. Like, now that she forgets her past lives, is she gonna be more willing to like let them in and be family with them again? Where the frick did her mom go? So I feel like that's like the biggest like plot hole. The biggest plot hole. I feel like it was too easy to just resolve the whole story, and it was there the entire time. If it was there the entire time, why was this whole thing an issue? It kind of bothered me how fast they were like setting up the loan shark people as like villains, and then all of a sudden that was done and gone. The guy hands him the briefcase, he burns it all, and then like that's over. Like there's no more like main villain. Other than that, I would say it was okay. That whole thing that happened, literally whole, it kind of like irritated me, and I kind of had a hard time finishing it just because I was really mad. You're telling me there was a resolution this entire time. Like, does this guy just want to see this lady suffer? I thought he liked the old lady. I thought they were friends. He's had the cure in his hands the entire time. It's kind of making me question him a little bit. Another thing that kind of irritated me is with the second leads, they kind of like forced them together, even though he so adamantly was like, no, I don't want to date you, but I do like you. She was just like, well, I'm fine. I'll just like you then. Oh well. And then all of a sudden in like the last episode, he's like, I'll date you. I guess. I was just joking. I'll date you. Out of nowhere. I get trying to like wanting to resolve the show, but like when they do it like that, it really irks me. It makes me feel like all the time that I put into watching the show was just like resolved in 2 seconds. Like we deserve a nice, not like a drawn out ending or anything, but like a good wrap up that isn't done in like 20 minutes for a show that's like 12 hours. Other than that, I will give it a rating, I suppose. I will rate it out of lives, since it is See You in My 19th Life. I'll rate it a 8.4 lives out of 10, just because there is some good qualities of the show, and I did like the acting that was in it. It's just the story, and yeah, the actors are great and everything, but people are watching the show for the story. But I mean, the actors are pretty good too. Yeah, boy. That's about 84%. That's not bad. 84 is a passing score. I just wish the story was a little bit better wrapped up. If you watch K-dramas, I'm sure you would agree with me. That is kind of like some people's biggest main complaint, is that they hurry up and try and rush the ending, just trying to wrap it up. But I mean, it is what it is. It was still cute. Like I said, if you are wanting to get into K-dramas and you want to watch a kind of like light, not so heavy fantasy romance drama, I would check out this one first and then maybe try like Goblin next. Goblin is a very popular K-drama, and it's popular for a reason. It's a really good drama. If you guys like this video, please like the video. And if you like the drama in this video, let me know your opinions on the drama in the comments. Let me know if there's anything I missed. I might have missed something. Let me know what show you would like me to talk about next. I just finished DP season 2. I'm watching Uncanny Counter 2. I'm watching King the Land, which is okay, but if you want me to talk about that one, let me know and I will get on that for you guys, and I'll have it out as soon as it's over. Another one I recently watched was Lies in the Garden. I want to go over that one as well. And I also kind of want to do some top 5 videos, just going over some like maybe different genre types if you guys are interested in that. And I do plan on doing some K-pop reactions / K-pop type of videos, so keep an eye out on that. And like I said, if you're interested in like short form content, I am trying to upload some to shorts on here as well as to TikTok. So I'll put my TikTok in the bio, and I'll also put it up on the screen here somewhere so you can look that up as well. I don't know what to say. Bye.